A cataclysmic impact. The sky burns to ash. The ground explodes into a massive inferno of total destruction. A supersonic shockwave flattens everything in its path. Millions of tons of liquid fire rain down from above, turning planet Earth into a giant oven. The giants that once ruled this world now lie dead by the millions. Dinosaur carcasses stretch across charred, lifeless plains as blood and ash merge into one. All life on Earth wiped out in a matter of seconds. What truly happened during those 24 hours of Doomsday? Let's turn back the clock 66 million years before the nightmare began. Imagine an ordinary morning in the Cretaceous period. The air is warm, humid, and rich in oxygen. Giant fern forests stretch as far as the eye can see. Beneath the canopy, a herd of triceratops peacefully grazes near a river. Not far away, a Tyrannosaurus rex quietly lurks in the brush. It watches its prey, muscles tense beneath its thick hide. Everything operates in perfect order, a stable ecosystem that has endured for over 165 million years. For the dinosaurs, this dominance felt eternal. They were the undisputed kings of the land, the oceans, and the skies. There was not a single sign that their empire was about to end. But somewhere in the silent, empty void of space, a hidden killer had already set a date with destiny. In the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, two cosmic rocks collided millions of years earlier. A massive fragment, over 6 miles wide, was knocked out of its safe orbit. Pulled by the sun's gravity toward the inner solar system, its path crossed directly with Earth's orbit. It was traveling at 45,000 miles per hour. Consider this. That speed is so fast, it could cross from New York to London in just a few minutes. It traveled in absolute silence for millions of years, carrying the destructive power of a dark god. That morning, at the present-day Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, the shallow sea was calm. Suddenly, a blinding red streak tore through the sky. In the final 10 seconds, the asteroid plunged through the atmosphere. The air compressed so violently that temperatures spiked to 36,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The sky burned brighter than the sun. Any creature that looked up was blinded instantly. And then, moment T0 arrived. The rock slammed directly into the shallow waters of Chicxulub. The impact released energy equivalent to 4.5 billion Hiroshima bombs. Imagine the world's entire nuclear arsenal detonating all at once. It would still be a mere drop in the bucket compared to Chicxulub. At ground zero, Earth's crust was punctured 12 miles deep. Trillions of tons of rock and seawater vaporized in a fraction of a millisecond. A crater 100 miles wide formed instantly. The shockwave swept outward at supersonic speed. The pressure wall ruptured eardrums and crushed internal organs. Ancient trees snapped like toothpicks. Within a 600-mile radius, absolutely nothing survived. But the location of the impact made it infinitely worse. This region was rich in limestone and sulfur-heavy gypsum. The impact vaporized this sulfur, blasting deadly chemical toxins straight into the atmosphere. Simultaneously, Billions of tons of molten rock launched into space began falling back down. Re-entering the atmosphere, friction turned them into millions of blazing fireballs raining across the globe. The sky turned blood red. Ground temperatures soared to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Forests worldwide burst into flame simultaneously. Earth became a colossal open-air oven. In the ocean, the strike triggered megatsunamis over 600 feet tall. Moving at jetliner speeds, these liquid walls swept deep inland, dragging everything into the abyss. A few weeks later, the fires died down, giving way to a silent enemy: eternal darkness. Soot and sulfur clouds coalesced in the stratosphere, forming a black sheet that blocked 99% of sunlight. Photosynthesis stopped. Plant life withered completely. Nuclear winter set in. Global temperatures plummeted by 30 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Tropical forests were replaced by ice and toxic black snow. The food chain collapsed entirely. Giant herbivores like Triceratops froze and starved, collapsing one by one onto the blackened snowfields. And with no prey left, the mighty T-Rex could not fight fate. Neither brute strength nor razor-sharp teeth could feed it in the freezing dark. The age of dinosaurs came to a close. Meanwhile, sulfuric acid rain poured into the oceans for years, acidifying the water. Plankton died en masse, causing marine leviathans like the Mosasaurus to vanish forever. 75% of all species on Earth were erased. The green planet became a vast, silent, dreary graveyard. How do we know this story? Millions of years later, scientists discovered a thin layer of clay rich in iridium, an element rare on Earth but abundant in asteroids. This iridium layer appears at the exact same geological depth worldwide, serving as the crime scene fingerprint of that ancient collision. But from those ashes, life did not give up. As the soot settled decades later, the first rays of sunlight broke through. Green shoots emerged. Underground, the ancestors of mammals, tiny creatures no larger than rats, survived by burrowing, eating seeds, and requiring minimal oxygen. Free from dinosaur threats, they emerged, evolved, and spread, paving the way for humanity. The Chicxulub impact closed one era, but opened the chapter of our very existence.